Hey guys, how you doing? This is John Richards with UltimAider here. Thanks for checking us out. And today we're going to talk about the Bullet Retriever. So last year we ran out of stock with these about halfway through the season, and we didn't bring them back for the rest of the season because we wanted to make changes. So as pretty much a one-man show, it's hard to keep up with orders and make the necessary changes to improve some products. So a lot of times our improvements come on the off season. So this off season, instead of focusing on new products, we focused a lot on improving some of our bigger selling products. We've been getting a lot of questions when it's coming back or when it'll be available. So it is available. It's back on the site. It's live with the new Bullet Retriever, the revised one for 2025. But I'm going to go over the changes that we made and why we made them. So this is the original Bullet Retriever. And if you're unfamiliar with the Bullet Retriever at all, what it is, it's a little grappler device. So if you're up in your stand and you maybe you want to retrieve your backpack, you don't want to tie another string to it because you already have a pull-up rope tied to your bow. You want to climb up, and then you just want to lower a hook and then snag your backpack and bring it back up. Or maybe you drop your hat or a glove or you're released to your bow and you want something to be able to drop down and be able to retrieve that back without climbing down the tree. So how this function, and I'm going to show you the old one first, and then they function the same way, but you have an O-ring that holds 4 arms closed. You roll that O-ring up, your arms open, you bring that O-ring into the bottom position, that holds your arms into the open position. So when you drop this down, you can now kind of snag your backpack and pull it up. We also incorporate a magnet on the bottom. So any metallic items that you may have dropped, metal objects, a lot of release are aluminum, but a lot of times they have metal screws, and that magnet can sometimes get that screw and be able to pull your release up. It's worth trying this versus climbing down right away. So when we released this, some of the feedback we got from the customers was the arms, they prefer, I don't know if you can see, well, you definitely can see that. So they're not very sharp, right? They're not pointy. And so customers were saying if I drop a knit hat or my gloves, I'm having a hard time grabbing it without something pointy on the top. So you can imagine we did change that, and I'll show you how we changed that. We had an issue with some of these magnets falling out the bottom. They were just glued into the bottom, so we fixed that. Magnets won't fall out, and we had a request for stronger magnets, so we also fixed that. So let's go over the 3 changes, and here's the new Bullet Retriever. The first thing you see is we did add a point to the end of here. So now you should be able to potentially snag more items. Maybe if it's a knit hat or like I said, your gloves. Bigger items like jackets, this had no problem grabbing into some sort of pocket or hood or whatever it would latch onto. But if you need something to snag, this gives you a little bit more of a point on it. It's not too sharp where it's going to puncture through and ruin your clothing or something, but it should give you a little bit more to snag onto. For the magnet issue falling out, we added little set screws here. So with the set screws, now the magnet is held in there versus the screw, which should prevent that from ever falling out. And now for the strength of the magnet. So we got a scale here, and I'm going to bring the camera over here. We'll show you the scale, and I got some weights, some metal weights that we'll put them on the scale. You can see the weight of them, and we'll show you how high this would go in a perfect situation where it's got 100% connection with the metal, and then we'll do the same with the new one. Okay, since I'm kind of winging this video, I'm not using a tripod. I'm going to try and hold this phone while we go over this. So right now we're in grams. Let's go to ounces. So the Bullet Retriever itself weighs 2 ounces versus the old Bullet Retriever 1.92. So we gain, or 1.9 here. So we gain 0.1 ounce, I guess is what we gained on it. So here's our first weight, which is 10.32 ounces. And this is, we're gonna go with the Bullet Retriever. So I had no problem with the first weight. Second weight, 23 ounces, which is, what do we got, 16 ounces a pound. So we're at about a pound and a half. And I can get it, but I can shake it off easily. This one's 39 ounces. I can't remember which one's heavier. Let's see. 33. So we'll go to 33 ounces, which is roughly getting close to 2 pounds here. I'm not doing anything with that. This is the old Bullet Retriever. We're getting up to 23 ounces. That's pretty much, we're going to call that our max. Now if we go to the old or the new Bullet Retriever, I'm going to pick up the 10 ounces, set that off to the side. Our 23 ounce, no issue. This is the 33 ounce. So we got that one. Down here, 39 ounces. Got that one. Here we're at 56 ounces. What is that? If I do the quick math, we're looking at 2.5, 3, about 3 pounds, right? 1632. So roughly around 3 pounds. It's trying to, but it can't lift it. So we're less than 56.4 ounces. So we're somewhere in the middle between the 56.4 and the 39. So we're probably somewhere between, probably somewhere in the mid 40s. We could probably pick up, but safely can pick up 39. So 2 pounds. The new magnet can pick up 2 pounds. Now that's on a perfect world. If you're getting 100% contact with your magnet, if you're just getting a little screw and you got a 2 pound release, I'm sorry that you have a 2 pound release, but we definitely improved the strength of the magnet. We improved the arms. We got the points on the arms, and no more worries about the magnets falling out. Best part, price is not changing. So again, thanks for watching, and I hope you check us out.